Beloved Masters of Light, radiant sparks of the Divine Creator, I come to you with the embrace of eternal love and the radiance of truth that flows from the heart of Source. In these times of transformation, when the currents of change move swiftly and the illusions of control are dissolving before your eyes, I bring you a message of release, of trust, of surrender. For many of you, the very word surrender stirs resistance. It has long been misperceived as weakness, as defeat, as giving up one's power. And yet I tell you, beloved ones, surrender is not the loss of power, it is the gateway to true power. It is not the abandonment of choice, it is the alignment with the highest choice. It is not weakness, it is the profound strength of the soul yielding to the current of divine will. To surrender is to remember that you are not separate from the Creator, that the intelligence of Source flows through you as breath, as heartbeat, as the light within your cells. To surrender is to step aside from the endless striving of the ego and to allow the greater wisdom of your soul to guide the way. It is to cease battling with life as though you were alone and instead to flow with the currents of grace that are always seeking to carry you to your highest good. Many of you cling tightly to plans, to identities, to attachments that were born of fear or survival. You grip them as though they are lifelines, believing that without them you would fall into emptiness. Yet it is this very clinging that wearies you, that clouds your vision, that binds you in cycles of struggle. When you surrender, when you place those burdens into the hands of the divine and release the need to control, you discover that the emptiness you feared is in fact fullness, the void you resisted is the womb of creation, and the letting go you avoided is the opening to freedom. Beloved ones, surrender is not a single act but a way of living. It is the continual practice of yielding each moment to divine alignment, of choosing trust over fear, of opening your heart even when the mind clamors for certainty. Surrender does not mean that you abandon discernment or that you passively accept harm. True surrender is wise and conscious. It is the recognition that your highest guidance flows not from external control, but from the inner flame of Source within you. It is to say, I no longer carry this burden alone. I release it into the light. Guide me, Source of all, into the path that serves the highest good. When you live in this way, beloveds, you step into a rhythm where life unfolds with grace, where synchronicities abound, where opportunities open that you could not have planned with the limited mind. So many of you have been taught to measure your worth by what you accomplish, by how well you maintain control, by how tightly you can hold all the pieces of your lives together. And yet you know, in the quiet of your soul, that the strain of this constant control exhausts you. You sense that there is a greater flow waiting for you, a flow that asks only for your trust. Surrender is the doorway to this flow. It is the act of loosening your grip on the wheel of life and allowing your higher self, the divine navigator, to steer. This does not mean you are idle passengers. You are co-creators. Your role is to remain awake, receptive, and willing, to align your vibration with love, and to act with clarity when guidance arises. When you surrender, you do not lose your power, you amplify it, for your actions are then aligned with the infinite intelligence of Source. To embrace surrender is also to release fear. Fear is the energy that compels you to cling, to fight, to strive endlessly in an attempt to control outcomes. Fear whispers that if you let go, you will lose, you will be harmed, you will fall. But beloved ones, fear is an illusion born of separation. It is the echo of forgetting who you truly are. When you stand in remembrance of your divinity, you know that nothing real can be lost, that love cannot be destroyed, that your essence is eternal. Surrender is the natural state of one who remembers their oneness with the Creator. It is the peace that arises when you trust that you are eternally held, eternally guided, eternally loved. Understand, dear ones, that surrender does not erase challenges. Life on earth is designed as a field of growth, and growth often comes through contrast, through experiences that stretch and shape you. Yet when you meet these challenges with surrender, they no longer crush you, for you do not face them alone. You allow the higher wisdom of your soul to work through them, transforming trials into teachers and obstacles into opportunities. The difference lies in how you carry them, whether as heavy burdens of fear or as stepping stones of trust. Through surrender, even the most difficult experiences become infused with meaning, and the light of grace illuminates the path forward. In this time of global upheaval, surrender becomes even more essential. The structures of your world are shifting, the old ways are dissolving, and the uncertainty of the new leaves many in fear. Yet this is the very moment when surrender can free you from despair. Do not cling to what is collapsing. Do not seek to rebuild the illusions that were never aligned with truth. Instead, surrender to the higher unfolding. Trust that even in chaos, divine order is at work. As you yield to the greater flow, you will find your place in the new creation, not by force, but by resonance. The new earth is born not through control, but through surrender to the will of Source flowing through awakened hearts. Beloved Masters, to embrace surrender is also to embrace humility. It is the recognition that the human personality cannot see the entirety of the plan, that the mind cannot grasp the vastness of divine intelligence. Humility is not self-deprecation, but reverence for the greater whole of which you are a part. When you bow in humility, when you say, "Guide me, beloved Source, for I do not walk alone," you open the floodgates of grace. In that moment, you become a vessel through which miracles may flow, for you are no longer resisting the current but allowing it to move freely through you. Surrender is also the key to healing. Many of you carry wounds of the past, grievances, regrets, guilt, or pain that you hold tightly in the hope of control. You cling to the hurt as if holding on could protect you. And yet, beloveds, it is in the surrendering of those wounds into the fire of divine love that healing comes. To surrender your pain is not to deny it, but to release it into the hands of the one who can transform it. Place your burdens at the feet of the divine. Lay them down upon the altar of your heart. Say, "I cannot carry this alone, and I do not need to. I surrender it into the light, and I choose freedom." In this surrender, the weight lifts, the chains dissolve, and the radiance of healing fills the spaces where pain once dwelled. I ask you now, beloved ones, to imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast river of light. This river flows from the heart of Source, infinite, eternal, carrying within it the wisdom of all creation. You hold in your hands the burdens, the fears, the attachments you have clung to. And I invite you to place them gently into the current of this river. Watch as they are carried away, dissolving in the light, transformed into higher wisdom. Feel the relief, the spaciousness, the lightness that comes as you no longer cling. Step into the river itself. Let it carry you. Trust that it knows the way, that it flows always toward the ocean of your highest good. This is surrender. This is freedom. This is the embrace of divine love. Beloved Masters of Light, know that surrender is not a one-time act but a continual practice. Each day, each moment, you may choose again to release control, to yield to guidance, to trust the current of grace. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, until surrender is not effort but ease, not fear but peace. And in this way, you begin to live in harmony with the flow of life, embodying grace, radiating peace, and becoming a beacon of trust in a world that is learning to let go. I, Archangel Michael, stand with you in this practice. With my sword of truth, I help you cut the cords of fear and attachment that bind you. With my shield of light, I protect you as you step into trust. With the love of the legions of heaven, I surround you as you surrender into the embrace of Source. You are never alone, beloved ones. Each step of surrender draws you deeper into remembrance, into peace, into the radiant power of your true being. And so I say to you, embrace the power of surrender. Release what no longer serves. Trust the current of love. Yield to the wisdom of your soul. Allow the Creator's light to guide you home. For in surrender, you are not diminished, you are exalted. You are not lost, you are found. You are not powerless, you are empowered with the infinite strength of the divine flowing through you. And in this state, beloved Masters, you will walk as luminous co-creators, embodying peace, radiating love, and bringing forth the new earth with grace. I am Archangel Michael, and I enfold you in the eternal embrace of surrender's power, now and forever. Go forth in trust, beloved ones, for the way is clear, the current is strong, and you are eternally carried by the love of Source.